What's up, guys? Sean from SrkCycles.com. Man, do I got a bike for you. It's a 2007 model year custom build, spring front end, 96 cubic inch S&S shovel head motor, rigid spring seat, open primary, and dry clutch. There's some other cool things about this bike. You notice there's no clutch. Where's the clutch? Throttle clutch, grip clutch. That is sick. And this over here, the brake is cable brake and goes down to here. Underneath the tank is hydraulic brakes. This bike is nuts. You gotta wear jeans and boots when you ride it. You're too close to that primary belt. Let's take this thing for a spin. This thing is wild. I can't wait to drive this thing. And this is the first time I've ever actually driven it. So you'll be watching me learn how to do this thing with the throttle clutch, and it's gonna be a lot of fun. Take it up, put it on choke. Make sure the fuel is on. Turn the key. See, it's got a little digital gauge right here. It even has a neutral light on it, which is pretty cool. This thing only has 7,300 miles on it. Yeah. Just had this thing fired up. I might need a new battery. Alright, so we got the jump box on it. I want to show you guys how easy this thing fires up when it's got a good battery. That easy. I know for a lot of you guys it's very important that these custom build bikes run and fire up pretty easily. Who cares how cool your bike is if you can't get it started? Alright. So remember, this is my clutch. Turn the clutch. It's now in gear. Man, that is a different sensation to be riding it like this. I'll tell you what though, it's not that bad. You kind of pick it up pretty easily. Take it off a choke. When you have all this stuff going on in these handlebar suspension, or with these with the handlebars and the suspension, there's bushings in there. If you can see the handlebars are off a little bit. All you gotta do is just turn it the other way and tweak it. So that's pretty easily fixed. If you're impressed with how well I'm riding this bike, I am also impressed. This thing's pretty wild. It feels like it just wants to, you gotta really choke up on the seat, but it feels like the bike just wants to lose you. Just because of the way the handlebars are. If you're looking for a unique ride, very unique ride. But you're not really looking to build something yourself, this could be the bike for you. I mean, this thing is just wild. No doubt about it. Man, this thing is cool. Let me pop it in neutral. Let me show you what I mean about tweaking these handlebars back. All right, that's now, look, see, now it's straight. All right. This S&S motor's got a lot of power, and I am horrified to use all of it just because I'm holding on for dear life. But the thing, what I'm holding on to is I need those for controls. I've never ridden a bike like this. This thing is wild. This throttle clutch is definitely a lot of fun. The thing is, you kind of have to think a little bit more while you're riding. Guys, this build, this engine costs over 5,000 bucks. This bike's gonna be a killer deal. This when this thing was originally sold, this thing sold for over $20,000. Someone spent some serious coin putting this thing together, and man, everything's all powder coated black, and man, this bike looks cool. Let's turn that a little bit more. All right, there we go. Now, I'm not gonna lie, it's a little bit, when you have it in gear and you're using your hand to hold the clutch back of the throttle, if you take your hand off, this bike's gonna buck. You know, it's just gonna jump out. So you gotta, this is absolutely not a bike to learn how to ride on. It might ruin you for every other bike you ever try to ride. But man, they did a good job putting this thing together. And I'm very impressed with how well it fires up, as long as you got good battery. As long as you got the fuel on, the choke on, and you got a charged battery, this thing's gonna have no problem firing up. This thing's got some power, but it's that scary kind of power. The kind of power, I think it's a 5, pretty sure it's a 5-speed. Man, this thing's wild. It's fun watching the suspension. You know, 100% mechanical suspension, springs and stuff. No fork seals to leak. This bike is definitely going to get you a lot of looks. It's super unique. It's actually a pretty comfortable ride. I like how these bars are. They're pretty comfortable leaning back. It's a very comfortable riding position. If you were looking to build your own like custom bobber or your own custom bike, and you were trying to build something similar to this, don't waste your time, just buy this. You'll spend a lot of money building something. These are all Exile clutch in the grips, and Exile, what's it called? Throttle controls all inside the tubes. That's I bet someone spent 20 20 hours just getting that thing all figured out and tightened. Yeah, they did a great job. It's a very, very clean looking bike. You look at this thing and you're like, how does that even work? Very, very simple. Very simple design. Alright guys, this bike's gonna be for sale. It's gonna be cheap. It's gonna be probably less than 8,000 bucks. You really can't beat a cool custom bike like this. It's very hard to reach the kickstand with your foot because underneath that primary. Man, this bike is fun. Guys, check out the other video, check out the pictures. This bike's gonna sell fast because it is super cool. Alright guys, if you like the video, give it a thumbs up. If you like the channel, subscribe. And remember, it's not what you're riding, but where you're going. See you guys later.